I'm writing a book now. One of the chapters in the book is called Diversity is Dead. Long live diversity. Diversity is dead. Long live diversity. And what I mean by that is, see, I think what we've done in the past around issues of diversity and inclusion is we've gone about it wrong. Okay? We haven't prepared people to listen to some of the information that needs to get out. And so when people aren't prepared for the information, they don't respond very well. So I'm here to prepare some of you to hear some stuff that might not sound so good to you, but it also will disrupt us into be able to see something new and something different. I talk a lot about being open-minded, what it means to be open-minded, what it means to be closed-minded, how that works cognitively. So I'll cover some of that today as well. Now, let me give an example of how we need to prepare people. My 4 kids have a 9 o'clock bedtime hour. Okay, so they have to go to bed at 9 o'clock. So in the past, what I would do is I would come down at 8:59 and say, kids, all the mothers are laughing at me now, right? 8:59, I would come down and say, kids, it's time to go to bed. You know what my 4 kids would do? They would fuss. I don't want to go to bed. Can I finish my PSP game? They would make a big fuss. And I'd fuss with them for about 20 minutes, and finally they'd get into bed. Okay, so I said, this shouldn't happen this way. And then one day I was watching my wife, who's a little more evolved than I am, and she's a school teacher, so she deals with kids a lot, little kids. I watched my wife one day as I observed her. What she did was this. She came down at 8:30, and she said, kids, in 30 minutes, it's time to go to bed. And the kids, they wouldn't lift their heads, but they go, okay, Mom, okay. And I thought to myself, this is different. But it's very inefficient. Because you know what? She's going to have to come down again. And like many people, I'm all for efficiency. I want to come down once and get it over with, okay? So she would come down at 8:30 and tell them in 30 minutes it's time to go to bed. And I watched it and I said, well, let's see what's going to happen now. Well, at 8:45, she would come down again and she said, kids, in 15 minutes it's time to go to bed. And I thought, crazy woman, this is very, very inefficient, okay? But as I continue to watch, she comes down at 8:59, and she says, kids, it's time to go to bed. You know what the kids did then? They went to bed. I thought, wait a second, how did I miss this? How did I miss this? She prepared them for something they did not want to do. She prepared them for a message they didn't want to hear. And I think around issues of diversity and inclusion, we haven't done that very well for people, okay? We haven't done that very well for people. And it's not that the message shouldn't get out there, it's just that we need to prepare people for the message. And the message is this: the world is changing. The world is changing, and we're in for a big load of if we don't change around with it.